Hi, I'm Steve Thompson. I'm the Executive Director of the National Center for Appropriate Technology, but I've only been in this position for a few months, so I'm here with Kathy Hadley, my predecessor, to learn more about Grow Montana, which is a very important partnership we've been part of for, 20 years now?
Yep, 20 years. And I'm Kathy Hadley, as Steve said, the former director of NCAT, and I'm also founder of the Grow Montana Collaborative. NCAT created this small farm as an educational resource for the Butte community and to help provide healthy local food to low-income people here in our community. We had the same goal for communities across Montana when we helped create Grow Montana. It has been an effective partnership with one common goal: to make local healthy food more readily available to Montanans, especially in poor and rural communities. Over time, Grow Montana has made huge strides in helping schools and universities understand the value of supporting local farmers and eating local food. Through our Grow Montana partnership, we identified specific strategies to better connect schools, students, and farmers, and that led us to create the nation's very first Food Corps program here in Montana. In 2009, we helped turn this state-based program into a national program. Grow Montana and NCAT have also helped develop a dynamic network of farmer markets across the state, and we've made it easier and far more accessible for low-income consumers to buy local foods using SNAP. And finally, Grow Montana worked at the legislature to pass cottage food laws to make it easier for small producers to sell value-added, made-in-Montana food in local markets.
Good morning. My name is Jan Tusick, and I'm the Center Director for the Mission Mountain Food Enterprise Center. And I'm also an agriculture producer, raising natural lamb and organic produce on our farm. I'm very deeply connected to this place and the food that we raise, that we feed our community with. I believe this is the core value that drives the work that I do. As a founding member of Grow Montana, I believe the coalition was driven by these common values and the policies that we worked hard to develop and implement. Policies such as the mobile processing unit, the cottage food law, the procurement law for Montana, allowing more Montana food in Montana institutions.
My name is Lindsay Ganang, and I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist and the co-executive director of ARROW. ARROW is a statewide grassroots organization that empowers Montanans to strengthen their food systems through community building. For over 40 years, ARROW members have creatively and independently built community around sustainable farming methods when research dollars and agency programs were unsupported.
I'm Virgil Deploy, Extension Director at Salish Kootenai College in Pablo, Montana. Salish Kootenai College is a tribally controlled land-grant institution. Our extension programming has focused around enhancing human and environmental health for the past 22 years. We have outreach projects engaging youth in gardens. We teach them food knowledge, nutritional knowledge, and some cooking knowledge as well. We have research projects going on with participants in food supplement programs, people that participate in the commodity program or the food distribution program on Indian reservations, with the SNAP or the food stamp programs, and people that participate with food banks to try to manage their food insecurity issues. We also conduct research with invasive species that are greatly affecting tribal member farms and ranches' sustainability to remain in agriculture.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Buckingham, the co-founding executive director of the Community Food and Agriculture Coalition and a founding member of Grow Montana. I have been a part of building a local food and farm system in Missoula County and across the state of Montana for the last 23 years. Having grown up in a low-income family, I know firsthand the impact that having access to locally grown foods really does for a family, and I've dedicated my career to ensuring that there are policies that make access to local foods more affordable and accessible to everyone regardless of their income. The areas that we work in specifically are around ag land conservation and the promotion of our local agricultural heritage. We also have a beginning farmers program that helps beginning farmers and ranchers access the land, mentorship, training, and financial tools they need to be a success. Additionally, we oversee the Double Snap Dollar program at the farmers markets across the state, providing tools and best practices and financial assistance to help those markets be successful.
Well, Kathy, I know it's not easy to hold together a sort of a loose-knit coalition over 20 years and continue to accomplish stuff. And now that you're retiring and I'm taking over as NCAT's executive director, what are the key lessons you've learned? What should I know?
Well, there are two key lessons. The first one is that partnerships can accomplish a huge amount of work working together. We've learned that together we're stronger and we do more than when we work alone. And the second lesson we learned is that it's important to be strategic and intentional in how we share responsibilities and pass the torch. We've learned there needs to be a primary coordinator for our partnership to work, even if we take turns at that role.
Well, these are important lessons going forward. There's so much opportunity and so much need to expand community food systems here in Montana and support our local farmers. I think the future is bright for Grow Montana.
Values that motivate me to do this work include, this is my home, I'm from here. The youth, giving them a voice in the issue, giving them some information and knowledge about food systems. They're the ones that have very little to say about where their food comes from. Tribes across the state of Montana are engaging in various food sovereignty projects to strengthen their local food system, to improve food access, and to improve the economy of their reservation agricultural producers. There are new opportunities in the new Farm Bill that can make local access and local procurement of foods much more feasible. We need the policies that can help tribes design those programs and implement that piece of the Farm Bill. My friend Jan Tusick has invited me to become involved with Grow Montana in developing policies that will help strengthen our local Montana food systems. I look forward to the work.
As a dietitian, I've served a hospital, clinic, residential care facility, school district, and on federal nutrition education grants. In all of these settings, my work focused on increasing food quality and healthcare outcomes for limited resource Montanans. However, the nutrition care was limited by federal and state policies that perpetuated disconnection between the children and adults these programs aim to serve and their food source. Programs whose purpose was to decrease food insecurity often failed to encourage growing, cooking, and preserving food or dining together at the individual and institutional levels. Now I'm thrilled to be in a capacity at Arrow to participate in Grow Montana, where we can lead policy efforts with diverse statewide partners to test innovations that are designed to support and grow an interconnectedness of a community-based food system. We need all of the voices at the table to advocate for policies that work. We especially need farmers, ranchers, families with limited resources, and Indigenous peoples' voices to work towards sustainable, resilient, and healthy food and water systems for all Montanans.
Participating in the Game Changers Laboratory will provide the needed impetus to really drill down and prioritize key goals that are necessary to really create collective impact across the state and provide the needed leadership and help to build new leadership in accomplishing those goals.
The Wallace Center's Game Changers Laboratory is an incredible opportunity for Grow Montana. We feel we are positioned for this work because of the shifts that have been occurring over the last 3 years in the coalition that is resonating the need for new leadership, new structure, and new thinking. With the help of the Wallace Center, I believe that we can carve a new pathway for Grow Montana. We can move the coalition forward into exciting new policies that are desperately needed for Montana and assure that the work that we are doing moves into the next biennium. We have new leaders that need to be engaged. We have new needs of people not accessing food, healthy, nutritious food. So we need to work together to make this happen. And the Game Changers Laboratory is where we need to be. It's an incredible opportunity, and we thank Wallace for this opportunity to apply for this